You really think this current stock market crash is going to snap MAGA out of it? Think again. I watched as they sacrificed family members to this cult without even blinking an eye. You ever notice how nobody in MAGA remembers that Trump crashed the economy? Record job losses, the worst since the Great Depression. Businesses shuttered left and right, millions unemployed, and the man was too busy rage tweeting at 3 a.m. to do a goddamn thing about it. A botched pandemic response that killed hundreds of thousands of our neighbors, including my mother. But somehow, none of that stuck. It's like it never happened. And I hear liberals, hell, even just normal, reasonable people say, oh, if Trump screws up the economy again, people will remember and they'll vote him out. No, no, they won't. That's not how this works. Because when you're dealing with an authoritarian movement, there's a sunken cost fallacy at play. These people have committed to the bit. They've invested so much into this man and this movement that they can't afford to be wrong. They've justified so much harm, it's easier to just double down than admit they've been fooled. They'd rather sink deeper into the quicksand than accept they've been complicit in their own destruction. I watched most of my family support Trump before, during, and after my mother died from COVID. She believed him, Trump, when he said it was a hoax. I watched her die from a window in the ICU because of Donald Trump. And then I watched as her own family, her sisters, her children, her grandchildren, her friends refused to wear a mask at her funeral. At the height of the pandemic, I watched as they denied her cause of death, despite the doctors and medical examiners' reports, and I watched them cheer the man most responsible for the greatest, most tragic loss of my life. And then I watched them vote for that man again, so he could do it all over again. And now I watch as they cheer on his current destruction. They have learned nothing. They have changed nothing. And I watch, knowing they never will. That's how authoritarians hold power. Not just with force, but with pride and cognitive dissonance. They make you invest in the con so deep that even when the walls come crashing down, you convince yourself the walls were never there to begin with. So no, the next economic collapse won't shake them loose. The next disaster won't wake them up. They'll just tell themselves it's Biden's fault, or the deep state, or woke banks, or Antifa, or whatever boogeyman Fox News cooks up. And they will crawl through the wreckage still chanting Trump's name, because at this point, their survival matters less to them than his victory.